Hey folks, AJ here. A quick podcast I wanted to do here for you while I am driving about the benefits of flipping things for profits. Basically, why this is a good business to get into, why it's a good side gig, a side hustle to start doing for anyone, whether you're a student, a working professional, an entrepreneur looking to fund business projects or even personal projects. Flipping things does not have to be, you don't have to go crazy and do it full time. A lot of people do flip things full time for a living, and that's perfectly fine. They love it and they're happy, they're making good money, but you don't have to go in it all the way in order to make a lot of money. Okay, and that's the beauty of learning this skill set. So I didn't always know how to flip things for profits. I became a master at it over years and time and spending thousands of dollars doing deals and just going through hundreds and hundreds of deals and experimenting and just completely jumping into the deep end with it. But what I have to say about it is that by far it is a very lucrative side hustle or even full-time business venture to get into, because a couple good things about the flipping business is that, one, you're not working in a employee and paycheck world. So essentially what that means is that there's a lot of things that go with that. Number one is you're not trading your hours for dollars, so to speak. You kind of are, because you can't just sit home all day and you can't just sit and do nothing and make money flipping. But you're not required to wake up at the same time every day, drive to a job and work for 8 hours or work for 4 hours at X dollars per hour. Okay, so you're not trading your time for money. And to me, time is your most valuable, time is more valuable than money. They say time is money. It's partly true, but to me, it's even more valuable than money, because money you can always get back. You lose money, you can always get it back. Time, once it's gone, you can't go back and get it. So with that being said, the flipping business is awesome because you're not in an employee and paycheck world, you're in a profits and marketing world. That means that you're working for profits, and if you can become a better marketer, you're gonna make more money. Okay, Jim Rohn, one of my top mentors, I recommend everybody follow and listen to Jim Rohn, read his books, watch his YouTube videos. Jim Rohn, last name is Rohn. He has a quote, he says, work for wages and you'll make a living, work for profits and you'll make a fortune. Okay, so always remember that. Work for wages and you'll make a living. That's fine. You'll make a living, but work for profits. Get into a field, find a vehicle where you can work for profits and you'll make a fortune. Now, there's a few other skill sets that go in that tag along with marketing, but basically marketing is the giant umbrella that covers pretty much 80% of how much money you're going to make, okay? The remaining, the subcategories within marketing are skill sets specific to flipping, such as finding deals, knowing what to buy, knowing what to look for, knowing where to buy them, where to look for them, and how to it goes much deeper into that, and it gets into things like understanding human perception. So knowing how to persuade. Now, persuasion, if you want to become a master persuader, you're going to have to get to know how we operate, how human beings operate and think. You have to get into our minds, get into people's minds and know why we do what we do, what influences us, what drives us, what motivates us. You basically have to familiarize yourself with the psychology of human beings. I'm not saying you have to go and get a degree in psychology, but basically, street psychology, I guess you can call it. Basically, completely being familiar with the basics of psychology so that you can understand how we operate and then go from there. You basically have to get into the human being business, so to speak, the relationship business. You have to get to know how we operate, how we think, and just everything, because it's all perception, okay? So if you want to become a master persuader, you're going to have to really get to know how people operate and how we think, why we do what we do. So the flipping business, besides, that also ties into marketing and, sales. So basically that's another key skill set and benefit that one, it comes with it, but two, you master it. And it's not just exclusive to flipping. You can use persuasion and marketing power for anything. Persuade people to do things. It's not necessarily a direct connection, but it gets you thinking in the right track. So the flipping business is a profits and marketing world. So like I was saying before, if you can become a better marketer, you're going to make more money, along with all those other little skill sets and all the other knowledge specific to flipping that you would have to learn, which I teach. With that being said, that means that you're not trading your hours for dollars. Okay, so if you were to tell somebody that you made $500 in 45 minutes, they might be like skeptical about it, or, wondering what you did or what you're doing. Doctors don't even get paid $500 in 45 minutes. So there's a lot of leverage there just because you're working with profits and marketing. And I say, even if it's not flipping, if you want to make a lot of money, get into a sales position, a sales field with no ceiling, because in sales, there's no ceiling to how much you can make. Okay. So back to what I was saying before, in the flipping world, if you can learn how to make, for example, $200 in an hour, or you can make $300 in an hour, or whatever it is. I mean, it could even be $500 in half hour, depending on the deal. The point is, if you can learn that skill set, you've got a lot of power and leverage. You suddenly, not only are you making more money in less time, but you're buying time. You're buying time back for yourself. So just to give you an example of what I mean by that, my old roommate was a college student. He worked 2 part-time jobs at, I think, $9.50 or $10 an hour. So one day, I made $500 in 45 minutes of work, okay? It would have taken my roommate 52 hours of working at his job, 52 hours to make $500. And it only took me 45 minutes because I knew this skill set of flipping things for money. And it's easy. It's something that anyone can learn. It's a learnable skill. You don't have to be some kind of smart, savvy business person or genius to do it. You just have to learn how to do it, pick up on it, and anyone can learn it. So think about that, 52 hours of working versus 45 minutes. Now, imagine if you made $500 in 45 minutes of time, okay? If you want, for the next 52 hours, you can just chill and do nothing. Or what if you decide you want to make more? You just go and, you already learned the skill set. You just go and do more deals. I mean, it's truly the ultimate leverage and power gig to get into, side hustle to get into. So flipping things, you're working in a profits and marketing world, meaning, like I said, there's really no ceiling to how much you make. You just have to create systems or routines and then streamline and optimize them to make even more. I mean, I didn't start out making $3,000 a month through flipping things. I started with, at first that was $100 a month. I was happy if I made $100 a month flipping things. And then it got to $300 and then $500. I was making $500 regularly. And then I realized how easy it was just to make $500. It is so easy to make $500 a month flipping things, okay? So what happened was it kept growing. It doubled. I made $1,000 a month. Next thing, I was, making $1,500 a month. And keep in mind, this was all on my spare time outside of my day job at the time. So that means with only a couple hours per week, okay? It's not like I took on another part-time job. I wasn't working my ass off, working 2 jobs. It was just a couple hours per week, completely on my spare time. I was making $1,500 a month. Okay, what happened there? I learned secrets and got better at it, and I kept at it. I really got in the trenches, and eventually I was making $2,000 a month. Okay, think about that for a sec. $2,000 a month with only a few hours of work per week. That is $24,000 per year on top of your day job. So that means if you're working a job right now where you're getting paid, $30,000 a year, imagine having another $24,000 on top of that. You're suddenly making $54,000 a year, okay? At the time I was working my day job, I was getting paid $60,000 a year. So my flipping didn't stop. It kept expanding and growing because I kept learning more and more things. And it was awesome. I mean, I had all this extra money outside of my day job, and I wasn't even sacrificing a lot of my time. It was like a couple hours per week. I was able to buy more things. I was able to invest in a property. I bought my first house. How I got my down payment, it was all through flipping. I'd say 90% of it was through flipping things because I had a deadline. The place was about to, I didn't want to lose it to someone else, so I had to make money very quickly, okay? If you want to make a lot of money very quickly, you can't necessarily do that through your job just because of the screwed up system, the way it's set up. I mean, you can only work 40 hours per week for X dollars. Let's say you need to make $10,000 in the next 4 months. Is your job going to let you, work more, for example, to do that? You can't just walk in and be like, yeah, I'm going to work 120 hours this week because I need to make more money for this or that. Okay, so that's why flipping is a giant. It's a lot of flipping. Really did it for me. I mean, anytime I want to make money super fast, I always go back. I always resort to flipping things for profits. So back to what I was making. So from $2,000 a month, I started making $2,600 a month. A lot of months, some months were $2,700 a month. Now here's the crazy part. It took me the same amount of time to make $2,600 in 1 month that it did to make $1,000 in 1 month. Now you might be wondering how that's possible, and that's because simply knowledge and experience, okay? They say knowledge is power. I mean, it sounds cliche, but no, it's true. I mean, if you have knowledge on certain things and experience, specifically in like what I'm talking about right now, you're going to be able to make more money with less work. Okay, simple as that. And how do you get that knowledge? So to get that knowledge, it simply takes a couple different ways to get it. One, you can do what I did, spend years and years of learning, experimenting, jumping into the trenches and making mistakes, learning from them constantly, day in and day out. On top of that, because we're in a flipping business, spending thousands and thousands of dollars on deals and learning in the whole process, during the whole process. So you kind of, it's kind of like you pay for your education, you pay your way to learn. So that's the first way, that's the way I learned. Or the second way is you find someone who already knows and you have them teach you, or you have them mentor you. And what that does is that's the quickest way to success, is find someone who's already done it or knows how, who's been through it, and learn from them. Have them teach you everything they know. And what that's going to do is that's going to save you years and thousands of dollars. Now imagine if somebody told you one thing or a few things that maybe would have taken you 10 years to learn or 5 years to learn if they had not told you. So that's the power of mentorship, or basically having someone who's already done it teach you and train you. So those are the two ways to get knowledge. My preferred method is the second. Find someone who already knows, who's already done it. Find a master in that field and completely have them just upload, like some kind of data transfer. Have them upload all the knowledge from their brain into your brain. Next thing you know, you just saved yourself 5 years, 10 years, and thousands of dollars, and you're performing at the same level that they're performing at. That's what the smart people do, and not just with flipping. It can be with anything. Let's say fitness, for example. Let's say you are trying to put on a lot of muscle or lose a lot of weight. You can go at it alone and spend. And here's the crazy part. You can try alone, and you can spend months, years, waste a lot of time, and still not get there. Because if you're doing the wrong things, you may not get there, okay? Or you can do the smart thing, which is find someone who's already built a lot of muscle and knows how. Find someone who's already lost weight and has been around the block with it, or find a personal trainer, and you'll get there in half the time, okay? So eventually, I was able to get to a point where I walked away from my day job. I walked away from it. I said, I want my 40 hours back per week. 40 hours a week I had to work. I said, I want those 40 hours back to myself so I could do what I want, so I could work on my own growth, my personal development, and just have freedom. Have freedom to do whatever I want, freedom of time. So the benefits of flipping, I've experienced the benefits while I worked a job, and I've also experienced doing it for a living. And I don't care if you're a college student, if you're a high school student, if you're a working professional, if you're an entrepreneur or someone who wants to fund a business or even a personal project, I suggest get into flipping. Learn how to do this, because here is a money-making opportunity, a money-making gold mine available to you. There's so much money around you right now that you can make. Why wouldn't you want to get into something like this? whether you want to create an additional income stream or you want to try and eventually do this full time. Or let's say you just have a small project that you want to fund. Let's say you have a credit card with $2,000 on it. You want to just pay it off quickly. You don't want to spend the next 14 months doing it. Learn how to flip things for profits. I guarantee you'll be able to pay that off in a month, 2 months, 3 months, So it's a skill set that once you learn it, once you pour money into yourself and invest in yourself by learning how to do this, it's a skill set that you can use for the rest of your life. It's not going to go away. And it doesn't matter where you go. You could get up and fly to Los Angeles tomorrow, make $500 flipping things. You can catch a plane to Chicago the next day and do the same thing. Okay, so you suddenly have this new power. And if you already work a day job, look, if you spent a few hours per week on this, you can imagine making $2,000 a month on top of everything else. Now, so many people out there are constantly struggling. They're, busting their asses off about money. They're trying to find a part-time job, or they're, picking up second jobs and third jobs and just going crazy. They're trading so much of their time and life for such little pay, okay? And especially with the kind of profit margins that flipping provides, okay? Now, I would never work a hourly job, or I don't ever plan to work a low hourly job again. I mean, even if it was, let's say I was even getting paid $10 an hour or $15 an hour, or even $20 an hour, okay? $20 an hour is not worth it to me, because I know that in the flipping business, I can make $100 in an hour, or $150, or $200, or $300, or even $400 or more. It really is up to you how much you want to make once you learn how to do it, okay? Now, I was comfortable making $2,600 or $2,700 a month. Keep in mind, $2,600 or $2,700 a month, what I was making comfortably, that was I was only working about maybe 6 hours a week total. Now, just think about that for a sec. Working 6 hours a week, 7 hours a week, and even let's say you're starting out and you haven't gotten that good yet. You're still kind of a newbie. Imagine making $2,600 a month with just 10 hours of your time per week. Okay, 10 hours. Now, if we run the numbers quick, making $2,600 a month with only 10 hours per week, that means you're getting paid $260 per hour. Okay. Now, I was good with $2,700 per month. I was working probably no more than 6 or 7 hours per week, and that is how much I felt comfortable with, meaning I did not want to spend more of my time just to make more money, okay? Like I said, my focus and priorities shifted, and I was focusing on my own personal development and just enjoying my freedom of time. If I wanted to, I could have made more. And that's the beauty of it. It's one of those things that once you learn, you can make however much you want. You can make $5,000 a month if you want. Or if you want to just keep things, small, you can make $500 a month. But honestly, the truth is that once you truly learn this stuff and learn this knowledge, there's no reason why you're going to want to stay at $500 a month. Okay, if you can make $2,000 a month with the same amount of time, you're going to do it. I mean, the best feeling ever. It's the best feeling. You have a new income stream of money pouring in without working your ass off. So with that being said, I want you to learn all of this. I want you to invest time, energy, and money into yourself. I created the Flipping Ninja Blueprint so that you and so many other people can learn this skill set, okay? And a lot of people ask me, like, oh, wouldn't that bring you competition if you taught other people how to do this and saturate the market? The truth is, no, it would not, because a few things. Number one, there is an abundance. There's no shortage of money and deals, okay? There's an abundance of money and deals in this world, and nothing's going to change that, okay? Don't have a scarcity mindset. I once heard someone say, deals are like buses. If you miss a deal, don't worry. There's another one coming right down the corner. Okay, the second thing is that I'm not worried about any kind of competition or anything like that, because first of all, unless everybody in the whole US or 500 people came to specifically my town where I flip things making money, I might have a little competition. But here's the thing, I make a lot of my money flipping things using the internet, on the internet. Okay, the internet is worldwide, and there is, like I said before, there's no shortage of money and deals on planet Earth. Okay, so I'm not afraid of teaching other people this skill set because I know that it will not take away from how much I'm making in this business, okay? It's a skill set that everyone deserves to learn. Everyone needs to take control over their own financial destiny and basically break out of what your parents taught you, what society taught you growing up. Or you go to college, get a job, or, oh, you're looking for more money, get another part-time job. It's like, no, that system is broken. Maybe it was like that when you're with your parents growing up and your grandparents. Things have changed today. And flipping is just a vehicle. I mean, there's so many ways to make money out there. You can get another job. You can ask friends or family. You can sell a service you have maybe. You can start a business. But flipping is just another vehicle, just like all the other methods. Except here's the thing. Would you rather make that $500 working a 40-hour work week or even 20 hours? Or would you rather make $500 in 45 minutes of work? Or would you rather make $100 in 30 minutes? Okay, flipping has the type of leverage I like. It has the power and large profit margins that I like. And that means it'll give you back the number one most valuable thing in the world, which is your time. It'll give you back your time. You're buying time. That's what you're doing. You're investing your time at first. You're investing some time and money into yourself so you can learn the skills so that for the rest of your life, you'll be able to buy more time. So that means, for example, let's say it took you 2 weeks to learn these skill sets. And I'm talking about if you were directly taught from someone who already knows it. Otherwise you could spend 5-6 years learning it. But let's say you chose the smart way and learned all of these skill sets and just completely immersed yourself in this knowledge. And 2 weeks later, you have learned all of the skill sets, okay? So you invest 2 weeks into yourself. Now imagine being able to save yourself 20 hours per week for the rest of your life. That means if you were to pick up a part-time job and maybe make $500 in 20 hours, what if you made that same $500, like I've been saying, in an hour or, even 2 hours? I mean, if you make $500 in 2 hours instead of 20, you've just bought yourself 18 hours back. You now have 18 hours of time you can do whatever you want with. You've got 18 hours of life, okay? And actually, here, let me just add a third thing. The third thing is that, here's the truth. The majority of people who start things do not even finish. Meaning, people buy things. People invest in books or knowledge, and they start, but they don't finish. Okay? It's rare these days. It's rare to find someone who will completely go through with something. Okay, if I hand you a book and say, if you read this book and do what it says, you'll make $10,000 a month for the rest of your life. And it's completely true. Let's say it's completely true. You read the book and do what it says, boom, that's what's going to happen. Even then, people are lazy. People do not want to take action. They don't want to think. It's hard for people to think these days, and they just will not do it because they're so used to being comfortable. They don't believe in themselves. They don't want to get out of their comfort zone. They don't want to get out of their routine lives, okay? So, average American household last year spent $47 on books, okay? It's completely ridiculous. They spent $47. Not just that, they didn't even finish the book, okay? I think they stopped not even 20% of the way in. But with that being said, I am not worried about any kind of competition because I know that there's only a few people who are truly invested in themselves and want to change their lives, want to improve their lives. And those are the ones who are going to succeed and thrive and make more money, live better lives, and etc. Okay? And those are the people that I'm really talking to and targeting, the folks who are serious, the folks who are true action takers, not just people who dream, not just people who expect things to be given to them, but the people who really take charge of their own lives and refuse to accept mediocrity and being average. These are the people who, if they don't like the rules, they change the rules. They create their own. They shape their own lives, okay? These are the true successful people. Very rare today to find, these types of people. I'd say maybe 1 out of 10 people on average has those traits. So the Flipping Ninja Blueprint is everything I know on flipping. It's completely how I made over $30,000 in profits in 1 year flipping things. It's everything I used to make over $100,000 in sales flipping things. And it's a complete training course that I created to teach you how to learn this business and how to make money as soon as this weekend even, okay? So the blueprint itself, it's a 300-page guide, okay? It's like a college textbook. The blueprint is 300 pages. It's actually over 300 pages, and it's a complete beginning to end course on learning this business. What to buy, how to get started. First I hit you with the basics. I teach you the basics and the foundational rules. And then second, I go into the details. I give you examples of real life deals I've done and real case studies and experiences. I get into in the trenches with you, and I show you exactly how to make money in the flipping business, how to, what to buy from a thrift store and how to post it up for sale, what to do with it, how to determine value on something. That's massive. Now, if you don't know how to determine what something is worth, you won't know how much to sell it for. And if you don't know how much to sell it for, you've got a problem, because it's going to affect how much money you're going to make, okay? I teach you how to get into several niches, meaning how to jump into different categories of different kinds of items. So electronics, cell phones, antiques, furniture, even cars. It doesn't really matter. Anything. I've sold anything. Anything and everything you can think of. I've sold almost all, okay? And the one thing I realized, that it's not about the specific category of what you're selling as much as it is knowing the foundational rules of how to make money buying and selling things, okay? Once you learn those skill sets, you can do it with anything. You can do it with something you're completely not familiar with. You can walk into a store and see something and walk out and sell it for a profit, okay? There are so many days where I walk into a thrift store and I walk out with having made $250. And it happens these days, after I got really good at it, it happens almost every time. So with that being said, the blueprint is over 300 pages, and I basically engrave your head, your mind with everything flipping. But not just that, also included is a complete flipping video course, online video course that's over 10 hours, okay? You're getting over 10 hours of me educating you on how to get started, how to start making money buying and reselling things for profits. And I go into detail, okay? I go into things that I didn't even cover in the 300-page blueprint, because it's like I'm just basically ripping away. I'm improvising, and I'm talking to you and training you on how to do this. And so you're getting over 10 hours of video content as well as audio content, so you can download the audio. For example, if you're driving or something and you want to just listen to the audio, there's over 60 modules, okay? There's over 60 videos that is also included. And, I didn't create this just to create it, okay? I didn't write this and put this thing together just to say, oh, I created this, okay? I created it because I seriously want you to start making money doing this. I want you to start taking action. Now, if you go through it and you don't do anything, then, what's the point? What do I would feel like I failed. I would feel like a failure, because the purpose of how I crafted it and created it is to get you moving, is to get you, getting your return on investment as soon as next weekend. So I'm all about teaching you this skill set. No bullshit, no fluff. Let's start making money, okay? Not just that, there are several tools included, like a tracking spreadsheet where you can track every purchase you make. It tracks all your profits and losses. Now, I would not have known that I made over $100,000 in sales flipping things if I did not use this tracker. It's the same exact tracker that I use myself. It tracks all my profits and losses. So when you buy something and you flip it for a profit, You just plug it in here and it calculates everything automatically for you, and it shows you every single month how much you made for that month. And you basically put down what it is you bought, the date, how much you bought it for, how much you sold it for. And there's also another field that includes how long did it take you, how long did you spend on it. That way you can track your time. And that's why when I say, oh, I made $500 in 45 minutes, I use the tracker, the spreadsheet, to figure that out. So basically, it took me 45 minutes total, drive, pick it up, come back, post it, sell it, boom. Okay, so with that being said, there's the tracking spreadsheet included. On top of that, there's also there's so many tools included. Honestly, I don't even know if I can go through them right now, but there are infographics to basically keep you motivated and fired up. It's easy to lose your fire in the flipping business. Okay, so I created specific products for that so you can keep that fire and motivation alive. Okay, I want you to basically feed off of my fire, and I deliver as much of that fire as possible into the whole blueprint training system. So the Flipping Ninja Blueprint, I'm going to tell you right now, is responsible for over $100,000 in sales. Okay, that's how powerful it is. That's the honest truth, and there's nobody else on planet Earth who has created something like this, something to this extent. A lot of people say it's better than even a college course. You pay, $5,000 or whatever it is for a college course, but you come out not having learned any, money-making skill sets, so to speak. Now, the Flipping Ninja Blueprint is basically like a course on how to make money. Thousands of dollars. Okay, there is not a college course out there that teaches you this stuff. So a lot of people claim it's better than a college course. So make the right decision. Don't wait. Go right now. Get the blueprint. Buy the blueprint. I want you to buy it. It's $397 for the silver package, $497 for the gold package, and $997 for the diamond package. Don't get the silver package. Okay, the silver package is the very basic package. You can still, if you get the silver package for $397, you'll still learn enough to make, your return on investment within a week or a weekend. But I'm telling you, don't get the silver, get the gold. The gold is $497, and that has all the videos. Okay, that has all the video content, the extra tools, the bonuses that come with it. You're paying $497 to learn how to make, $3,000 a month for the rest of your life if you wanted to. Okay, so that's why I'm promoting it so hard. I'm selling you hard on it to do this, because it's completely ridiculous to, think about it, or there's nothing to think about. I mean, would you pay $497 to learn how to make $500 a month, or $1,000 per month, or $5,000 per month? Okay, Warren Buffett, one of the smartest and most successful men in the world, says two of the best pieces of advice he's ever said. Number one, always invest in yourself. Okay, the people who spend money, time, and energy into their own education are the ones who earn the most. They're the most successful amongst us. Okay, learners, the more you learn, the more you earn. Okay, the second piece of advice he said is always have multiple sources of income. Don't rely on just one income stream. So if you work a job right now and that's your only income source, you're in trouble. Okay? You should not be relying on just one income source. You should have multiple flows of income streams. So that's the second piece of advice he said. If you already work a job right now, learning how to flip things will open up a giant new stream of income for you. Okay, imagine making another $30,000 per year on top of what you're making now. Okay, so get the gold package. It's $497. Now, there's a third package. The third package is the diamond package, which comes with the complete Flipping Ninja Blueprint, over 300-page book, all the bonuses and tools, as well as over 10 hours of video training content. But it also comes with private coaching. That means I coach you. You get 5 60-minute phone calls with me, talk about anything you want. Now, when it comes to private coaching, just keep in mind, I value my time more than anything else. That's why I don't like to waste time. I don't like to bullshit. If I'm gonna give you private coaching, you're gonna get it straight. I mean, you're going to get no nonsense, no BS. I'm not going to spend 60 minutes. I'm not going to spend a lot of time, talking to you, like basically like focusing on things that don't make you money or get you better. Okay. I'm a straight shooter. I'm going to get right down to business and coach you on how to make as much money as possible, as quick as possible. I'm going to look, ask you where you live, look at your market, and we're going to try and make some deals on our first phone call. I mean, I want to try and make you money on our first phone call. Okay, it could be $200, it could be $50, it could be, $300. Now imagine if we get 5 phone calls with me, okay? The blueprint actually also has a video where I show you how I made $230 in 30 minutes on Craigslist alone. I just recorded my screen. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna start here and see what I can find. I jump on Craigslist and I make $230 in 30 minutes, and you see everything I do. So I'm talking to you while I'm doing it. So it's as if you're sitting with me in front of the computer and seeing how I'm doing all this, okay? So if we were on a private coaching call that's 60 minutes, look, the 60 minutes is yours anyway. I'm not gonna waste time fooling around. I wanna get you as much money as possible. So if you've got 5 phone calls with me, you don't know, you could make $2,000 back from it. You could receive insight or tips that make you thousands of dollars. Okay. So my coaching calls are not just run of the mill, average, sweet talk type calls. They're, I really want to, I don't care who you are, male, female, I don't care what race you are. None of that matters to me. I don't care what you do. The only thing that I focus on, the big thing, I mean, obviously I want you to do well, but a few things I focus on is getting you money as quickly as possible. And the second thing is educating you and giving you golden tips and insights and secrets that put you ahead of the game. Okay, so that is the diamond package. It's $997 and is available for those of you who want personal, private coaching directly with me. Now, here's the last thing on this. Here's what I would need from you. If we go that route and you decide to get the diamond package and we get on a private coaching call, I don't care how smart you are. I don't care how stupid you are. I don't care where you're at as far as knowledge or education goes. I don't care about any of that stuff. The only thing I need is one thing from you, okay? If you don't have this one thing, then it's not going to work out. That one thing that you need, that I need from you, is willingness. You need the willingness to learn. You need the willingness to do what I tell you to do. You need the willingness to get ready to work, okay? If I tell you there's a $300 deal right in your area, here it is, here's what you have to do this, do that, you need to have the willingness to get ready to do it, okay? So if you have that willingness to get ready to get out of your comfort zone even, potentially, then you're gonna do well, and I see this working out pretty well, okay? So get the blueprint. Like I said, don't get the silver, get at least the gold. The gold is $497. Go get it right now. Invest in yourself. Pour that money into your own knowledge and education. Go buy it. And there's a payment plan available as well. So you can pay monthly payments of $99 and start learning. I mean, start making money. There's going to be some people they're going to listen to this. They're going to walk away from it. And, 3 months are going to pass and they're going to be in the same place 3 months later. They're going to be on Google, how to make money, or how to, looking for part-time jobs. They're still struggling. But then there's going to be those people who invest in themselves. They jump into it. They trust me. They trust themselves. Here's the thing. You don't even have to trust yourself right now. You don't even have to believe in yourself. I know I didn't believe in myself really very much when I first started. Next thing I know, I'm making $3,000 a month. Okay? You don't have to believe in yourself. You just have to believe in 2 things. Number 1, believe in the process. Okay, this stuff works. I quit my full-time $60,000 a year job, and I'm doing this full-time for a living. This is what I do every day. I flip things for profits. Okay, so believe in the process. It works. Hundreds of people are making a living off of it. I know a guy who makes $100,000 a year doing this. Believe in the process. Number 2, believe in me. Okay, believe in me. I need you to believe in me, because even if you don't believe in yourself, believe in me. Go through my material, go through the whole blueprint, and once you start implementing, you're going to slowly believe in yourself. You don't even have to believe in yourself right now. That's going to come later. So invest in the blueprint. Go right now. Don't waste time. Jump into it. If you read 20 pages a day, you'll finish it in 15 days. I mean, it's a no-brainer. 15 days from now, you can basically have all the flipping knowledge that I have. Plus, you're not done there. You've got over 10 hours of video and audio content where I juice you up with even more. So jump into it right now. Don't waste time. Don't think about it. If you're thinking about it, go buy it right now. If you know someone who also can use this, or someone who is struggling or can use an additional source of income and wants to learn how to make money flipping things, send them my way. Or send them to theflippingninja.com and have them get into it also. Even if they don't want to buy, or even if they're not ready or don't know, I give away tons and tons of free material. I mean, free training material, free case studies. I give it all away for free. So learn that way. If you want to speed up the process, buy the blueprint and let's get you trained. Let's turn you into a flipping ninja. I believe in you. You don't have to believe in yourself yet. That'll come later, like I said. Jump into it. Don't wait. Invest in yourself. And the payoff is going to be 1,000-fold, lifelong. Okay, my name is AJ, the Flipping Ninja, and I look forward to your success. Don't wait another second. Pick up the blueprint today, and let's get started. Okay, invest in yourself right now. Nobody ever looks back in their lives and remembers the time they didn't take advantage of an opportunity. Pick up the blueprint, and let's get you to a new level. Let's train you, and let's create a relationship, okay? Keep in touch.